get you by the goosebumps, goosebumps. Gotta get you by the goosebumps, gotcha. They're gonna get you by the goosebumps, goosebumps.
Hello and welcome to Drunken Book Club, the official, unofficial Goosebumps podcast. I'm your sweaty librarian host, Christopher the Rupel, joined with...
Scaredy Cat Sam.
Me?
Yeah. Yeah, you.
Actually a monster the whole time, Brandon.
Was not actually a monster the whole time, Noelia.
I don't have my fangs yet, Weiss.
You'll never grow in now.
Never getting them.
You're gonna be like, you're a half monster, like in Hotel Transylvania.
Yeah, there you go.
We just had to scare... You should have just been scared at a young age by your great-grandfather.
Jeez, I forgot about that movie.
Yeah, by your... Oh, it's funny, because Mel Brooks did play a Native American once. In Blazing Saddles.
Yeah, Blazing Saddles.
Yeah.
But it was as a tongue-in-cheek joke, though.
Yeah, it was... I love that joke.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Darker than us.
And this week's episode, we read number 8, The Girl Who Cried Monster. Ooh, this one's kind of a classic. This one's got a pretty decent episode and a pretty decent cover. Well, yeah, kind of mid-cover.
The cover's very basic, I would say.
You know what? I like it more
memorable.
than Night of the Living Dummy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, guys. So before we even like watched the episode, read the book, what were your first impressions? What did you think The Girl Who Cried Monster would be about? Which it's kind of obvious what it is.
I mean, I have actually seen this like when I was a kid. I'm pretty sure I read the book too.
It's not too much different, honestly.
But I didn't remember the twist at the end. I just remember there was a creepy librarian.
I remember the twist because of the quizzer we did forever ago. So I just remember that.
Yeah.
My long-term memory sucks. I don't remember nothing.
So what was your first impression?
So what do you think of
Goldfish?
Of the well, I didn't read the book, but we watched the show, and it was I didn't see that coming.
You didn't see the
I
twist
didn't see the twist
ending
ending coming.
Yeah.
I thought it was just a regular Boy Who Cried Wolf story, just a little different on Goosebumps.
Yeah, it's pretty much the Goosebumps.
Goosebumps twist was like, oh, I'm happily surprised kind of deal.
Yeah, it was nice. I totally thought she was going to get eaten in the end or continue to be gaslit about it.
Yeah.
I forgot what I was saying.
You're good. All right.
I was going to say, I feel like these books never have like a moral or any kind of thing that you're supposed to pull from it.
Yeah.
Which is something I kind of miss from like... I feel like Goosebumps is a little lacking in that.
I mean, they don't really do morals all that often. Like, it's a very rare
or like
occasion.
lessons or anything like that.
They don't really do lessons. Because even this one didn't really teach a lesson of like, oh, you were right all along. We're sorry.
Yeah.
It didn't even teach like stranger danger. Because like they just kind of were like, oh hey, Mr. Stranger, go ahead and continue being with our daughter.
There's definitely like kind of like overtones of like, ooh, don't. Like, it's definitely a good cautionary tale almost.
Yeah.
But, like, it's not like he ever comes inside and tries to do anything. Like, he tries to invite her inside his house one time, and she's like, oh, no, I have to go home. In the book. But,
creepy.
Yeah.
In the book.
Well, and I would almost argue it's not necessarily stranger danger. It's much more about, like, safe adults are harder to choose than you might think.
Yeah.
Because he's not a total stranger. Like, he's not like...
He's a librarian.
It's not like Spidey in Say Cheese and Die, where it's just a total creepy homeless dude.
Uh-huh.
This is a librarian. Like, it's supposed to be a trusted adult in most cases.
I mean, there's also the fact that the parents knew, so they're probably like egging it on so that way they can.
No, they didn't believe her.
Oh, they didn't believe her.
They didn't believe her.
Oh,
Why didn't you believe me?
well, because they still ate him, but
Yeah, they didn't believe him until closer to the end.
Oh, okay. I thought they knew the entire time they were just gaslighting their daughter.
No, they're not gaslighting her. Though, I mean, it could almost be read like that, I guess. But no, they said they didn't believe her, though.
They're like, that's why we didn't believe you.
Oh, okay.
Like, that could have been a good way to be like, you cried monster so much that we need you to learn your lesson.
Oh, that could have been.
That could have been your lesson, Brandon.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I think
want.
that's where he started the idea. It's just Boy Who Cried Wolf.
Well, he started off
word.
He started off the idea with having, oh, I'm going to have children be eaten by a librarian. And then Scholastic said, no. No.
Sorry, buddy.
Sorry, but...
We need to sell books.
Not traumatized kids.
Though he did get that chance in Creature Teacher, though, later on. Where it is implied that the teacher did eat students. And she was about to eat the kid at the end.
Is actual death not like a common thing in Goosebumps?
I mean, it is in our damn, what's it called? Choose Your Own Adventures.
Yeah, there's plenty of death in the Choose Your Own Adventure books. There's almost 20 per book.
That's true.
I feel like there's at least almost one death per book in these earlier ones, at least. Not like when we get later on, death is definitely not as existent. But like, I'm trying to like Welcome to Dead House. They kill like a fucking giant group of ghouls and stay out of the basement. They kill the fake dad.
Oh my god!
Monster Blood. You have a mysterious death of Sarah Beth, which you can never confirm nor deny she died, but I mean it's pretty much implied. Say Cheese and Die. They kill a man with a camera. Like, he has a fucking heart attack, dies from fear. Let's Get Invisible doesn't have a death, technically. I mean, unless you say getting trapped inside, the mirror zone counts as a death. I mean, that's worse than death. That's a what's it called? That's a I have no mouth and I'm a scream kind of death, if anything.
Because it's even worse than a death.
Yeah, exactly. It's worse than death. It's like you're literally trapped being someone else's reflection.
At least if you were dead, it would be over.
Yeah.
Yeah. Which one did? A Curse of the Mummy's Tomb. Abed dies. No, he runs away. No one dies in that one. No one dies in the Mummy book. Well, technically he did kill people. He did mummify people. So there is implied death, but we don't see... There's no death on screen. I'm just going down the list of what we've read so far.
You technically kill your brother in that one-time machine one.
Okay, so we're not talking about Give Yourself Goosebumps. We've already confirmed there's deaths. There's literally almost 20 deaths per book.
So deaths exist. They're just not super common.
Apparently it is, because I just listed off every single one since the first one, and there has been a death in almost every single book.
True. Yeah.
Except for Let's Get Invisible. That's the only one without a death. That just has, a worse than death moment.
Dun, 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 dun.
Pretty much. I feel like I missed a book. Brandon, check the back and tell me which ones I've missed.
Alright. Obviously...
Welcome to Dead House.
No, I already said that. A bunch of ghouls.
Okay. And the dog, doesn't it?
Oh yeah, the dog dies.
Oh,
Werewolf of Fever Swamp?
We haven't made it that far. We're only up to book 9. We're only over those books.
That's where it starts, so...
Really? That's weird.
Piano lessons can be murdered?
We're not there yet. You're reading off numbers that haven't happened.
Brandon, let me see.
And I'm pretty sure someone does die in that one. Which one does it start off with?
So it does technically, if you go up, it starts at the bottom, though.
What the fudge?
So, Welcome to Dead House, Stay Out of the Basement, Monster Blood, Say Cheese and Die, Curse in the Mummy's Tomb, Night of the Living Dummy.
Oh, Night of the Living Dummy. There's only one wooden death. The dummy dies. Does that count?
No.
Mr. Wood literally gets run over by a steamroller.
Yeah, but he comes back.
Mr. Wood does not come back. Slappy is still there.
Oh, that's true.
I can't remember. Maybe Mr. Wood does come back, but I don't remember.
Slappy is the one that really stays.
Slappy is the one who stays consistent.
That's the only one that dies, though, in that one.
Yeah, there's no actual death in that one unless you count wooden death.
But yeah, so to be fair, Brandon was just reading from the top.
Okay. Brandon, learn how to read from the bottom like a real American.
Yeah, that's true.
Read wrong like a good, illiterate American. Those are just letters. What is this?
I am here to lead, not to read.
I love how we've not gotten into the book. It's almost been 10 minutes. I love this. It's a good episode. I like it when we don't get into the book. Honestly.
When we procrastinate.
I'm going to go ahead and describe the cover for our audience who may have not seen this one before. This one is just alright. We have a fat guy who looks like he's dressed as a bookie from the 50s. He's holding a fly up as he's about to eat it. In front of him is a turtle in a bowl and flies in a jar. A shocked girl stares from a doorway, shocked at his disgusting visage.
Kind of looks like Big Al's Toy Barn.
I have to drive all the way here on a Saturday.
Wayne Knight could totally voice him in like an animated version.
Oh my gosh.
See, in some ways it would be creepy because
I can't wait to eat you. Because like he played Zurg in the animated series.
But I'm thinking like just doing a very reserved where you're like, oh no, he can scream. And it's even more scary when they get quiet and low and that they mean business.
What if Clancy Brown played him?
Oh, that would be pants-shittingly terrifying.
Come
here, my little pretties.
Because he could just get that low, really calm, deep
Lucy!
there we go to that.
Also, I want to point out that this book is racist.
Why is it
What?
racist?
Because they're saying that eating bugs makes you a monster.
No! He eats a turtle, too.
Oh, that's
my people eat turtles, too.
Do they?
Yeah, they do.
Well, so do everyone else. Wait, hold up. Do they bite into it like a fucking burger? Or do they cook it like a normal civilized person would?
I mean, I have.
You bit into it
No,
like a
you
fucking...
have
You just take a live turtle out from a fucking
crunch it like a goddamn
aquarium
taco.
and just crunch.
Yeah, sometimes you get hungry, guys.
He's
He's
like
a
burger.
phony.
okay. Well, hold on. Do you eat live bugs though? No, they don't.
No.
They eat live shrimp. Thank you very much.
What?
Have you never seen those? The little live shrimp that are like jumping and shit because they put them in like a hot sauce thing.
No.
Yeah. I believe that's in Taiwan.
That's gross. I don't think so.
Oh, I have no idea.
It's like in the food stands.
Oh, okay.
Hold on, I'm gonna look this up because there is a real
Please
thing.
do.
Hold on.
We go
Well,
to
here's the thing. If you guys ever saw it, you would just pass. You
Well, no,
wouldn't
that's
do
that's the thing. We go to night markets like every night
Yeah?
when we were there. Yeah.
That's crazy. In hot sauce, that's kind of making me sad.
I've seen the bugs, but they're either candied or cooked.
Sorry, Thailand.
Oh, very close in name.
Yeah.
Yes.
I'm just very racist and get them mixed up.
At least you admit it.
So are you Chinese or are you Japanese?
Are you Taiwanese or are you Thai?
Here's the thing, though. The first time I ever brought up Thailand to Noelia, she thought I meant Taiwan, and I was just mispronouncing it.
Oh.
Do you remember that? That was a long time ago.
I don't remember.
Yeah, I remember you were like, I'm part Thai, and she's like, Taiwanese? And you're like, no, Thai.
You know, Tai from our favorite character from Digimon.
Nice.
My favorite character, sure.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, you're lame.
Well, that and Matt. I like them both.
Basic.
You just want them to kiss.
That's cool. Want to kiss?
That was me, Chris. That was me. Let's get that straight.
My favorite characters.
My favorite
I love
Digimon is
Pokemon.
Angelon
Breath.
for reasons.
Wait, was that?
I said my favorite Digimon is Angelon for reasons.
Yeah, I even got Tomon.
Well, that's really cool how that Digimon relates to the girl who
Gabumon.
cried monster.
Gabumon.
I mean, the monsters.
We're not even speaking
That's
some
true. They're digital monsters.
Digimon, digital monsters, digital all the champions.
The girl who cried digital monster.
Into
I'm pretty sure it's in the episode.
Oh my god, they ate Izzy.
Oh my god, they ate this.
And then they're gonna eat me.
They ate Tentamon because he's an insect. I'm just kidding.
You know, there's not a Goosebumps book about digital monsters, but there is a Are You Afraid of the Dark episode with digital, like with Tamagotchi monsters.
Oh, that's
or
cool.
Tamagotchi ones. It's not a good episode.
Oh.
It's really depressing. It's not a good episode. It's like the tale of the virtual pets. Yeah, it's not. It's actually one of the ones that like a lot of people don't like.
It sounds like a Black Mirror thing.
Yeah.
Black Mirror does a good job.
The scary part is they're just really shitty at taking care of them. They all evolve into the poop one. That's really the horror.
Chapter 1.
Okay.
It's summer and Lucy doesn't have... Oh yeah, and don't be afraid to do some sound effects, put in some jokes and all that other jazz. Well, me, Sam, and whoever else wants to read off my notes reads the story.
Did you email them to
Where's
me?
my phone,
No,
actually?
I can just pass you my phone though.
Okay.
I don't think I have my phone.
Well, we can just pass you my phone if you want to read any chapters.
Nah, that's alright.
Okay.
Let you guys do the work.
It's... you guys do the sound effects and jokes, we'll do the rest.
It's almost Memorial Day. I gotta take my day off as a Native American.
Bitch. You didn't die for this country. Your people did.
Wait.
Like on your shirt.
Yes.
Speaking
of which,
I've always loved that Homeland Security shirt, by the way. That's been one of my favorite. Like, I can't remember the first time I ever saw that, but I was like, I like that.
Yeah.
Like, as a little kid, I didn't get it, but I was like, I like that.
I don't remember where I got
I
it.
like
Dad
natives.
gave it to you.
Was it?
Yep.
Yeah, that's right.
It's a classic one. I love it.
I've seen it at stores. Yeah, your dad gave it to me.
Yeah.
It killed me. It was like, was it my birthday or I don't remember.
It's summer, and Lucy doesn't have much to do besides attend Reading Rangers and scare her little brother Randy by teasing him and pretending to see monsters everywhere.
I feel like that's something Chris would do.
No, because I was the little brother,
Rangers.
so I would be the one who got tormented.
Study
But
literature.
you're the one that likes to scare me.
Yeah, exactly. I finally have a little sibling that I fuck.
God.
We're not going back to this.
We are not back in the woods, damn it.
Yeah, you're right. Next book will be in the woods.
No!
Welcome to Camp
No!
Nightmare. The
No!
nightmare is the incest.
No. I just beat a video game. I had to deal with that earlier. It was
With
ridiculous.
incest?
Yes.
Yeah.
Which game?
You have an option to marry your cousin. It's a Unicorn Overlord.
Ah, okay.
Yeah.
Apparently, she was one of the most popular choices.
So a lot of people
I'm
apparently
not so-
picked her.
yeah.
I was like, okay, that says a lot about our country. Or anybody else who's playing it in general.
This particular afternoon, she was coming up with a dastardly monster to really scare Randy with. She asked Randy if he's ever heard of the Timberland Falls toe biter.
Dun, dun, dun.
It's actually just the neighbor's chihuahua. which is more terrifying than any monster.
It's actually toothless, so it's okay.
He's
thing
It's
is,
one of
though,
those old ones with no
his
teeth.
name is Toby.
its name is like 15 years old. It's blind in one eye.
Its name is Cujo.
Cujo. There you go.
I saw a chihuahua the other day named Odin. And it was the funniest thing, because it's like this tiny, like, the couple's walking and then the dog's like running behind me. He's like, come on, Odin. And it's this tiny little thing just...
Cute.
Sorry, I lost my spot. At first, he doesn't believe her and wants to just go inside to read comics. She stops him and tells him about how the toe biter devoured their neighbor's toes. Randy is shook and he's even more freaked out when he knows his sister's toes are missing. Chapter 2. Randy runs to Mommy scared, not realizing Lucy had dug her toes into the dirt. What a fucking moron.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I'm like, wow, yeah.
No, I've definitely read this because I remember this.
Yeah, it was also in the show too.
Yeah, no, but I remember reading
Yeah.
something like this.
And he is only 6, so I mean he's little.
All I can think
You
of is
believe
just
everything
like
when you're little.
the tactile thing of like when you get dirt under your nails, and I'm like, ugh.
You're a kid. Who cares? You're 12.
Yeah.
I wouldn't care. Yeah, I would. I hate dirt in my nails.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't like feel grossed out or anything. I'm always like, oh, I better go clean my nails.
I feel like soil is different though than dirt.
I don't know.
I've had soil.
I've never
under
had
my nails.
soil under my nails.
That's
I've had
tactily different than
I
dirt.
hate sand.
dirt. Yeah.
Okay, Anakin.
Have you guys seen the clip of Seth Green doing the Anakin like as Chris Griffin?
Yeah.
Oh god, it's so funny.
I haven't,
He did
but
it
I
with,
can...
what's his name?
That's Chris Griffin.
Yeah, thank you. I didn't hear you say that.
I don't wanna. But yeah, Lucy still can't believe how easy it is to scare that little brother of hers. Then suddenly a hand grabs her shoulder and a voice calls out, "Gotcha!" Lucy is shocked to see her friend Aaron, who is not black in the book. He is extremely ginger.
Oh, wow.
In the TV show, he's black, which I like that change. We don't need gingers.
That's hilarious.
Oh, dang.
What are you, Cartman, and you have the whole like book report on why gingers are evil?
No. There's almost a ginger in every book.
Yeah.
But hardly any black people.
That's fair. Okay, you're right.
Okay.
You're right.
Okay.
Yeah.
Just saying.
Yeah.
She then tries to tell Aaron that there's a monster in the tree, and when she finally convinces him to grab the broom for her, so she can show him, she shakes something loose from the tree, and it lands on Aaron. Chapter 3. It's a ratty old bird's nest. That's all it is.
Oh, sad.
It's another fake out. It's literally just fake out, fake out.
Fake out, fake out, fake out, fake out, until the real shit goes down.
It surprises Aaron, but before she can do anything else, Mom is at the back door ready to scold Lucy for scaring her little brother. After Mom is done lecturing her, she rushes off to the library for Reading Rangers with her unfinished copy of Huckleberry Finn. As she rushes to the library, Lucy explains that it was once someone's house, but he had donated it to the town, and the town made it into a library. It gives off a haunted house vibe. She also describes Mr. Mortman as an odd but nice fellow with slimy hands and beady black eyes. Much like Brandon.
Especially...
I'm trying to fix my slimy hands. I'm sorry.
Oh, I was talking about the beady black eyes, but okay.
Oh, yeah. Well, I thought you meant both, you know.
No, you're not slimy enough.
I am.
So, Whis slimy and you have beady black eyes.
So now you just gotta do like the fusion dance and become the librarian.
Oh my god, you become Mr. Mortman?
Yeah. You can go eat some live bugs now.
She finally gets to the library and drops her skates off against the wall. She bullshits her way through her book report with Mr. Mortman and chooses her next book. She then leaves, and about halfway home, she realizes she forgot her skates. She rushes back, hoping the library isn't closed, but she has a funny feeling before entering the library.
Chapters 4 and 5. As she explores the dark library for her rollerblades, Lucy can't shake that nasty feeling in the pit of her stomach. She finds her skates, and as she's leaving, she hears Mr. Mortman, and her curiosity gets the better of her. She spies on the portly man. He has a jar of flies, and it appears as if he's about to feed his turtles, but to Lucy's horror, Mr. Mortman transforms into a monster and devours a handful of flies. Shocked, Lucy darts out of the library, dropping her skates and running a block before she realized she dropped what she had come there for in the first fucking place.
She drops that shit way too often.
She's just dropping it constantly. Like they're cheap, too. She's unsure of what to do, but decides on going back once more to grab her skates. But this time she'll make her presence known so that Mr. Mortman won't be surprised to see her. Chapters 6 through 8. Sadly, the door is locked, and Lucy decides she'll be back tomorrow for her skates. She rushes home and tries to tell her family about Mr. Mortman. But no one believes her because she keeps bullshitting this. And she starts to doubt herself. But then she decides after dinner that she's going to prove to them that Mr. Mortman is truly a monster. A week has passed, and it's time for Lucy's Reading Ranger meeting with Mr. Morton.
Yeah, she just forgot about her skates, apparently, by the way. Like, after a week, she's just like, fuck it.
No, whatever. I'll grow out of them in a week, and my parents will buy me new ones.
I would say my parents will buy me new ones.
She goes to the library, and when she finishes her meeting, she fakes leaving the library and hides and waits for Mr. Morton to think he's alone, so that she can see him transform once more. As the last patrons leave, Mr. Morton turns out the lights, and much to Lucy's surprise, he also locks up.
Click.
She's now locked inside with a monster.
Roll on.
Lucy.
You're not locked in here with me. Wait, what? I forgot the quote. I'm locked in with me. And my emotions, because I don't know you're here.
Lucy watches Mr. Mortman, and soon he transforms once more into a hideous beast. He devours flies, and then a helpless turtle.
Oh.
Lucy can't stomach it anymore, and silently rushes to the door, but realizes too late that it's locked, and she hears footsteps approaching her. Chapters 9 and 10. Lucy panics, but finds the lock on the door and unlocks it and rushes out, still leaving her damn skates. She's unsure.
Well, she didn't go back for the skates. She only left for that.
So they're probably just gone by now. Some other kid has taken them. They're their skates now.
Yeah, Mormon was just like, there's Mormons now. He has
He has
little girly feet.
He ate the skates.
He has tiny little, like, size 5 girls' feet.
I mean, he's a monster. You don't know.
Yeah.
The more impressive thing that he could balance on rollerblades with that tiny of feet and that big of a body. That would be the impressive bit.
He's a monster, not a imbecile.
No, I can't balance because my ankles are shit.
Well, Mr. Mormon has thick ankles.
He's got those good ankles.
Yeah.
That I don't, because my ankles will roll at anything. She's unsure if Mr. Morton had seen her escape, but doesn't worry about that as she rushes to Aaron's house. When she gets there, she tries to tell him about the monstrous Mr. Mortman. But he doesn't listen to her, and in a huff, she runs home to try and tell her family. She gets there, but only one person is home, Randy, who doesn't give her the time of day because he's watching cartoons. And back in the day, that was a huge-ass thing. That was my time, bitch.
Yeah.
You do not interrupt.
Do not interrupt. I'm watching my cartoons.
Like, honestly, that's valid. Like, I was thinking, I'm like, why can't he pause it? I'm like, oh no, this is 90-something. Like,
yeah, you can't pause this shit.
This is the one time, and it's also one of those, like, I bet it's the household where it's like oh no, I don't care what cartoons are on. It's my house, so I get to watch what I want to watch.
Oh man, I hated that.
No one's watching the TV, but...
I'm watching it.
Yeah. Not really, but you are, but whatever.
Mm-hmm.
She storms off to her room, but when she gets there, there's a hairy monster on her bed.
Ugh.
It's just a mask Randy made in art class.
No.
She then hears someone at the door. Believing it's her parents, she rushes to the door, but soon finds out it's Mr. Mortman!
Chapters 11 through 13. He has come to return her backpack that she had left at the library. He then starts asking if she had stayed behind. Lucy lies and says she rushed home. As they continue talking, her parents arrive home and he leaves. Lucy then tries telling her parents about Mr. Mormon, but they continue not believing Lucy. So she decides to hire Aaron to help spy on Mr. Mormon with her. The next day, she goes to Aaron's house in the afternoon to get him for their plan, but it turns out he's unavailable because he's getting braces.
The poor bastard.
I hope those braces hurt, is her comment.
Ah, God, they will.
Lucy then realizes
That's someone who had braces.
Lucy needs braces. Dental plan. Lucy then realizes she owns a camera and decides to grab it, and then heads to the library near closing time.
Closing time.
As she gets there, she finds a new hiding place, and when closing time arrives, she gets herself ready to take that picture.
Like a creep.
Chapters 14 and 15. Lucy waits impatiently as Mr. Mormon finishes his post-closing library duties.
And then he just starts masturbating furiously.
I've locked up. It's time to do my duty.
He poops on the floor.
He is a monster, but not in the actual, like, monstrous way. Just
he poops inside the fly jar so they can continue living.
No!
The circle of life.
Noelia's regretting her life choices right now. I can see at the look of her face.
This is my fault.
Filled with self-doubt, she argues with the little voices in her head, but eventually Mormon finds his way to his desk. Lucy gets ready with her camera as he transforms and devours flies and moths like nothing. She shakily raises the camera up and takes the picture. The flash goes off and stuns Mr. Mormon. Lucy freaks out and is too shocked to rush for the door. As Mormon comes for her blindly, she eventually snaps back and rushes, but ends up running into a cart of books and dropping her camera.
Every time you say Mormon,
no.
I want to put an S at the end, and it just makes it more funny in my head. Just a bunch of Mormons turning into monsters.
So drop the T and...
Yeah.
Because it's Mortman.
Oh, Mortman.
Yeah, Mormon.
Just either way.
Just a bunch of Mormons.
Ah, we're monsters! Our faith is different from yours. Ding dong. We're coming to your country next.
I mean, he shows up at their house, knocks on the door.
Lucy, paralyzed with fear, can't get up, and Mortman is getting closer. She's able to pull herself up and grab the camera, and then the phone rings and it distracts Mortman enough to allow Lucy to make her escape. She makes a mad dash to her house and makes it home safely. Once home, she begs her parents to go to the 1-hour photo at the mall, and they oblige, since they're eating out that night, and they could go for the Chinese place at the same mall.
I don't know what... I miss the days of mall food being actually different and interesting.
Yeah.
And not just like, it's McDonald's.
Yeah.
Panda Express.
But at the mall.
Yep. They have their Chinese meal, and afterwards Lucy gets her pictures. As she shuffles through them, she finally gets to the picture of Mormon, and she gasps.
Chapter 17. The picture is perfect, except Mr. Mortman isn't in it. Dad fears Lucy is taking her monster joke too far. The next evening, Lucy and Aaron follow Mortman after he has left the library. They stalk him and eventually make it to his house, where they try to spy on him but have difficulty since the windows are too high. They find a wheelbarrow to stand in, and instead of flipping it over, Lucy stands in it.
They literally stand in the fucking wheelbarrow instead of flipping it over. It's hard to balance inside a wheelbarrow. I'm just going to say that up front as someone who has attempted it.
Yeah.
Like, if it's a good one, yes, but I'm thinking a 90s one.
Maybe they're too small. Like the people.
Like the kids are small?
Yeah, they're too small to flip it over.
But they could lift it.
It's not that hard to lift a wheelbarrow with 2 kids. They're 12. A 12-year-old could flip a wheelbarrow.
That's true.
Let's go hire a 12-year-old. 2 12-year-olds, a wheelbarrow.
Yeah. Weiss is 12 years old.
What's that? I could do it.
Yeah.
One hand.
Yeah, with one hand, Brandon.
Yeah, but Weiss is a full-grown man.
My left arm is about 12 years old.
See? There we go. That's what he tells his wiener every night.
Oh, no.
What that means, I don't know, but here we go.
I don't want to go into that.
Let's not analyze what that means, because no one wants to know.
Waka waka.
Okay. And instead of flipping over, Lucy stands in it while Aaron holds it. Lucy is able to peer inside and sees that there's an aquarium in front of the window, and she's startled when Mr. Mortman is staring right at her.
Oh,
peekaboo.
Lucy falls off chapters 18 and 19. Lucy falls off the wheelbarrow, and when they don't see Mr. Mortman peering at them, she gets back into check. She then sees Mortman change and start to eat snails from the aquarium. She then turns to Aaron to have him see, but he's disappeared.
No.
But he just wants to try to find a ladder.
Yeah.
She tries to switch places with him, but she stumbles out of the wheelbarrow, and Mortman has noticed them. Aaron runs away, leaving Lucy behind, like a little bitch.
Yep.
As she slowly gets up to run, she feels the powerful grasp of Mortman come down upon her shoulder. Chapters 20 through 22. Mortman has busted her, but Lucy thinks of a quick line, escapes Mortman, and his invitation to come inside to his house.
No.
He literally is like, come inside my house.
And she's like, no, thanks.
Okay,
Bye.
so maybe there is some lessons about stranger danger.
Not stranger danger, but...
But I would say safety around around adults, even if you know them. Because again, he's not a stranger.
There's also lessons about how your parents will never believe you if you tell them something bad happened.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But would you believe her when she literally did the fucking, oh, monsters, and then, but he's a monster. Why won't you believe me, even though I've lied about every single monster?
It's literal Boy Who Cried Wolf. Like, that is the... Maybe they would have believed her if she wasn't...
Because there is a lesson there in Boy Who Cried Wolf. He fucking died.
Got fucking eaten.
Don't lie.
Okay.
Don't make up stories, Weiss. I hear you making up stories.
Yes, in my head.
Lots of friend fiction.
Yeah, a lot of... Oh, God, don't remind me of that. No, this is a dark time.
She meets back up with Aaron, and she is disappointed that he didn't see the Mortman as a monster. The next day, Lucy doesn't want to go to Reading Rangers, but Mom forces her. When she gets... It's also weird to me, the Reading Rangers thing of, like, it's all one-on-one appointments.
Yeah.
It's not like a group thing.
We'll go into that in my question area, so don't worry.
Go Reading Rangers.
When she gets there, Mr. Morton has Lucy wait, and when the library is empty, he locks both of them inside. He knows that Lucy knows he's a monster, and he can't let her leave. Morton transforms into his monstrous form, and Lucy retaliates by smacking him with her backpack. She then runs away, but foolishly runs into a corner, trapping herself. In a desperate last resort, she makes a mad dash for the card catalog.
Chapter 23. cards come falling down everywhere. Mormon screams in protest and starts reorganizing the cards.
What I love is the fact...
He's an OCD monster.
Yeah, I was going to say, the fact that the organization takes priority over his own safety at this point.
Yeah. Yeah, that's truly OCD, right? Like,
was
not
gonna
like
say-
truly, but
I
like...
think it could be.
OCD is usually like, I must do something...
Yeah,
Your brain
yeah, but
connects like something bad happening
It could be, though.
to an action. Like, I must wash my hands or someone will get hurt kind of thing.
Mhm.
It's an impulsive thing.
Yeah.
It's
So
not...
what would this be, then?
I think this could be OCD. It's just
I
not the
don't-
only way that OCD could exist.
OCD
Yeah.
doesn't... I was going to say, again, it's not necessarily... Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not about, like, cleaning.
Yeah, I was going to say...
Like,
'cause-
if anything, it might be in his mind of, like, if this doesn't get put back together the way I have it, no one will be able to find books.
Yeah.
It's almost in that kind of way.
Yeah, I could see that. But it's also... It seems like he's the only one running the library, so why couldn't he just do it after he captures her?
OCD!
I'm
It's
just
compulsive.
Yeah.
Is it not compulsive?
I was going to say,
What's the second word in OCD?
obsessive. Yeah.
That's the first word, Sam. Do we need to get you help? I'm kidding.
No, I literally
With
took
Elvis.
medication for OCD,
I
and
know.
I had intrusive thoughts.
Yeah.
And those were not fun. And that's part of OCD, is to get those to stop. People usually associate it with an action.
Cool.
So.
Cum is not the second
What?
word. That's the first word of cum laude.
Cool.
What I love is how delayed that was, though, by the way.
He had a real slow Pokemon right there.
Yeah.
That was a slow moment of the day.
Oh.
My two spirit Pokemon, Kingler and Slowpoke, honestly.
Kingler? The guy who
the
masturbates
one
all
big
day
hand
long?
and the one little hand.
The guy who masturbates all day long?
What the
Oh my
hell?
gosh.
No.
That's his Left 4 Dead.
Oh, that's Charger.
Yeah.
But yeah, Mormon screams in protest and has to reorganize the guards. Lucy makes her escape, and when she's a good distance away, she notices someone else following her. It's Aaron. He saw the whole thing.
Oh, Lord.
They rush to Lucy's house, and Mom and Dad listen to her and Aaron about the story.
What I love is they don't listen to her, really. They listen to Aaron.
Well, she does mention very early on that her parents would believe him, because he's a no-nonsense, serious kid. Like, he doesn't make jokes or anything like that. He's a very...
Yeah.
And even through the book, you're like, yeah, this kid is a stick in the mud. Like, he's boring. He is the definition of a square.
Grade A weenie.
No, I wouldn't say weenie. Squares and weenies are different.
That's just reminding me. He's a square!
Lucy's parents then decide to... they rush to Lucy's house, and Mom and Dad listen to her and Aaron about the story. Lucy's parents then decide to invite Mr. Mormon over for dinner, which shocks Lucy. Chapter 24. A few evenings later, Mr. Mormon is there for dinner. He settles in, and when he asks what's for dinner, Lucy's parents say, he's for dinner, and they pounce on the unsuspecting monster.
Ah!
Randy and Lucy watch in excitement and wish they could join in, but their fangs haven't grown in yet. Mom and Dad apologize to Lucy for not believing her, but it's been 20 years since another monster had come to Timberland Falls, and they couldn't let another monster come into their territory. The end.
But what about the cherry pies?
No, Aaron doesn't show up.
That was just the whole joke of, like, the fake out at the end there of, like, the
Yeah.
here for dinner, just for dessert. Just kidding.
They just didn't want it to come across as racist in the show.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're like, I think it might be a little racist if we eat the black kid.
Alrighty, Sam, do you have any notes that you'd like to share?
I didn't take many notes because I was just getting through it.
Yeah,
'cause-
you're fine.
yeah. One of the big things of note besides that was... God, I had something and my brain just lost it.
How about I go through my notes and maybe you'll remember?
Yeah.
Alrighty, so guys, you want to hear the random pop culture references in this book?
Sure.
Disney, Archie Comics, Super Nintendo, Frisbee, and Bugs Bunny. Yeah, Bugs Bunny is the cartoons he was watching.
Oh, okay.
I
Yeah.
have a question. When you use a name like that, do you have to pay anything? Or can you just do that?
I think you have to, like, give recognition for it or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But, I mean, I don't know this stuff. I don't know the legality of these kind of things. Alrighty, and classic literature mentioned in this book. The Adventures of Huckleberry Finn, Frankenstein, White Fang, and a book that comes up often with us, Anne of Green Gables.
Wow.
Pops up often in, like, these books. I don't know why. Like, it's not just Goosebumps, but it's, like, other books we've read. And
Those are the
Yeah.
only 5 books that were
Hold on.
around
No, just
at
Anne
that
of Green
time.
Gables.
What year did this come out?
Give me one second. 93, May of 93.
It is a possibility of the Archie comics.
Mhm.
One of them is a Sonic.
Because, yes, he does say... Okay, so Randy doesn't read, like, superhero comics because he's afraid of them.
Yeah.
He reads, like, Disney and Archie comics.
Oh.
And the original Sonic the Hedgehog Archie comic, which is the one that ran for like 20 years before IDW picked it up.
Yeah.
92.
Yeah. But I feel like he's reading actual Archie comics and not the Archie Sonic comics.
I'm just saying it's a possibility.
He's reading about Jughead eating those hamburgers. How can you eat so many hamburgers and stay so thin, buddy?
I was born during this book.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, actually, you're born a month after this one.
Oh.
Because this came out in May of 93.
Oh, yeah, May. We read it before.
Yep. Ain't that right, May?
You're dying.
You know what? The first chapter is decent and delivers an okay scare. How Lucy tells the story of the toe biter isn't half bad. Lucy just wants attention. She probably acts up because Randy gets all the attention. That's just my theory.
I mean, he's the baby, so...
Yep. You know, they never describe what kind of monsters the parents look like in the later chapters, but they describe Mom as having cat-like features. Maybe she's like a werecat or something.
Yeah.
And also, later on, Dad apparently has a very large, booming voice, and it hints to their, this could, hint at their more monstrous sides, if anything.
I mean, to be fair, my dad has a large booming voice.
Yeah.
Are they two different monsters?
I would think they are, personally.
So the kids are like a crossbreed between two different monsters.
Maybe.
But or it might be one of those where it's like, oh, these kids get this side, and this kid gets this side.
Yeah.
It's like
I don't know.
It's like a
They haven't
Pokemon
established
thing.
that.
You either get a Nidoran from Nidoran to Nidoran, or a boy or a girl. Wait. That makes no sense.
It's the same.
We just go to bed. You're
my
high.
brain is full of pizza right now. I'm sorry.
Your brain is...
That's how it works with
Cowabunga.
race, though. Like, if you have, like, a Asian
Oh,
mom
we're not getting into
an
eugenics.
Asian dad and a white mom, I came out full white,
I like that you just described yourself.
Yeah, I love it. Sorry, that just reminded me of a TikTok where one guy was like talking about being Asian, and at first everyone's like, he's white, and then he takes off his glasses, and everyone's like, oh my god.
Yeah.
Like, it changed.
What about when I take my glasses off?
Oh my god, you're Asian now.
I do have to squint so hard because I can't not. I can barely see without my glasses.
Brandon, I swear to this day, I thought you were Mexican.
I know, I just look vaguely ethnic.
Yeah.
In some way.
Vaguely.
He is the, what is it called?
You're not the Filipino Hispanic.
You don't look white to me. I don't know what you're saying. That's
Yeah, I
what I'm
don't.
saying.
I see you as like vague. Like you look like a crossbreed.
You look like a mudblood.
You look like two monsters that had sex and created a beard.
But two different types of monsters.
Yeah, they're two different distinct ones. The fun fact, there are like trading cards of Goosebumps, obviously, and they did do the art of them pouncing onto Mr. Mormon of the parents, and they are two different monsters. And I believe we had a little sleepy jump there. Did we scare you with this?
Oh man.
I know she hears Mr. Mormon, she freaks out. The spindly eyes. But I think they draw the mom as like a werecat, and like the dad is kind of like a hulking monster, if I remember correctly.
I want to pull it up now.
Yeah, if you go to the Goosebumps wiki, it's in there. Alrighty, guys. So I don't think you've ever really been here when I bring this up, but whenever these books bring up like a random CD as a gift or something like that, I will do the research to find out what it would be. So it's time to find out what video game Randy is playing in this, because he has a Super Nintendo. So, do you guys want to have any guesses? It's 1993. What game?
It's a Super Nintendo. It's got to be Super Mario World.
Okay, that's a very fair guess.
And it came out in 1993.
Describe anything about it?
It does not. I have to come up with my own. I just chose games that came out between the beginning of 93 and to May of 93.
Give me the list.
Yeah,
It's either that or Donkey Kong.
Okay.
Whoa.
I've seen it. I'm the one who told you about it.
She kind of looks like werecat. Honestly, like what she looks like is a specific Neopet.
Alright, what's the list of games?
Alrighty. As always, I'm looking for games that were released in 93 before the books released in May. One game he could be playing to build his own courage is the classic Star Fox, which came out that year.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, yeah.
Nope, too much of a square to play that.
Yeah, maybe the cute but explosive Super Bomberman.
Maybe.
Bombs, I don't know.
He's okay with that.
See, I feel like he would try and play it, but then he'd play it with his sister, and she'd beat him so much, he'd be like, I don't want to play anymore.
I feel like if he played Star Fox, he would be afraid.
Yeah. That's why I said he would build up his courage.
Yeah.
Or maybe the cute Claymates. No one knows what that is.
Hell is that?
No,
It was a cute-looking game, but it has really low scores.
No idea.
It could have been the game Congo Caper.
Definitely not.
Or maybe he grew a pair of balls and is playing the pretty decent beat-em-up of Batman Returns.
Honestly, I could see Batman Returns, because Batman is kind of a square.
What? Batman's scary.
Fights crime.
That's the scariest Batman movie of that age.
That's true.
Game?
No, Batman in general, because that's the one with the penguin.
Oh,
yeah. That one's scary. That was like
you don't have to watch the movie, though, to play the game.
That is true. And it's a pretty fun game. Like, I have the NES version
honestly,
of it, but it's
probably
really
the
good.
Claymates.
Yeah, Claymates. He's a loser. He's playing Claymates. Alright, 4 chapters in, and we already have a monster. Nice. The part where he's returning her backpack feels like an after-school special of not letting strangers know you're home without parents, and opening the door to get something from them.
Oof.
Yeah, she opens the door in this one and actually gets the bag, versus in the show, she's like, go ahead and just leave it on the porch. Chapter 12, it ended up with all of us growling and snapping at each other. Possible foreshadowing being monsters?
Yeah, maybe.
Because they literally say growling and snapping at each other.
But I mean, so do families in general.
But it
is such a good foreshadowing. You're right.
Question though, do you think that R.L. Stein knew that there were going to be monsters going in?
Oh, he writes the endings first. A lot of the
okay,
time. He does do that a lot.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Poor Mortman. He didn't kill any kids, and he still got devoured.
Yep.
All he did was eat bugs and turtles. Leave the man alone. He's a lower tier monster. Like that's kind of like one of the things that a lot of people who talk about this one is that like Mortman's like a low rung monster. Like he's like a. I'm trying to think Animal Kingdom stuff. He's like a raccoon, you know? While her parents are like mountain lions.
Yeah.
Like, they're gonna, like, yeah, he's just eating all the gross shit. He's not bothering anyone.
He's weird, but whatever. Like,
yeah.
He's not taking from their, their pile of...
Chase after the main character?
He did chase after her. So, like, she's like a cub, though, you know? He's just like, I'm gonna get you.
It's kind of like some of those lizards and, like, smaller birds that will go after nests and eggs.
Yeah.
That will eat the babies. But as soon as the parents come in, they're like, oh,
it's
fuck.
Or like a bobcat.
Yeah.
Can you do a Goosebumps power tier list at some point?
He did.
Yeah, I'll gladly do that.
I think he did.
I didn't. No, I did.
Oh, no, he did Kissable?
I did Kissable. I did Who I Could Beat Up.
That's the
who
one.
I think
That's
I could
fight.
Beat in a fight.
I just put power.
But Monster. Yeah, I could probably do a monster tier list of like power tier. Yeah, that'd be a fun one. If anyone would like to join me on that one.
That'd be good. I'm down. I wouldn't know, but I wouldn't be able to add any.
I feel like I want to stick with like the original 62 because like there's a lot of monsters on like the list I've seen that are from like later books that I'm just like, I don't know who this is.
Yeah.
Like I know like little bits about them from like reading the synopses, but I've never read them kind of thing. Like I've not read a lot of the Most Wanted books, and I don't think I've ever read any of the Horrorland ones from the later series, but I do want to read those ones eventually. Alrighty guys, so time to get into the random questionnaire section. Guys, did you ever participate in a Reading Rangers-like program for the summer? Like where you, or even like out of school where you would read a book and get rewarded.
I remember there was like a summer program where it's like you had to read 100 books or something. Do you remember that?
I did do something like that. It was at,
I think, was there a prize?
For mine, it was at the Columbus Library, and I did not make it to 100. I think I made it to like 40 something.
Mm-hmm.
But I can't remember if there was a prize. There must have been.
I think
I remember the Pizza Hut ones.
Yeah, I remember the Pizza Hut reading program.
Wait, no, I think it was like you get like a coupon.
It wasn't like
or
100 though. It was like
if you read a book and what's it called? Like gave the synopsis, they give you like a free pan pizza. Like a personal, like, kids.
I remember there was, like, a thing where you had to get 4 of them, and it was, like, on a button, and you had to, like, put on the stickers.
Yeah.
Like, once you got all 4, then you got the free pan pizza.
Yeah.
I remember specifically mine was 100, because I was like, who the fuck has that time?
Right?
I remember I tried, like, 100 one once, and I got to, like, I want to say 50-something,
Yeah,
maybe.
I got to, like, 40-something.
10.
Yeah.
I mean, I had Goosebumps, so it's like...
Yeah, when I was doing it, I was a little kid, so, like, I was, like, maybe 8. So I was reading, like... Bailey School Kids and like not Junie B. Jones, but whatever the mystery one of
I
that
remember
is.
reading like Wishbone or something like that.
Yeah, I think I read a Wishbone book.
I was mostly Magic Treehouse.
Yeah, Magic Treehouse as well. Like I read those ones.
So all I can think of is the TikTok thing of like the what your favorite like kid thing says about you, and with Magic Treehouse they're like, I don't know, you're like an accountant or something.
I mean, I'm a
boring.
I love data structures.
Wait, Weiss, did you ever participate in Reading Rangers?
Not that I remember.
They didn't have that in the...
I wasn't a big reader.
They didn't have that for the native kids?
No, I don't think so. I mostly read comic books. That's about it.
Which, you know what? I'm just going to say, if I was going to ever host one of those, if you brought in a comic book and gave me a synopsis, you'd get... That would fucking count.
Yeah, I would too.
That shit counts.
It still counts. You're still reading.
Yep, you're still reading. Can you explain to me what happened? Here's your fucking bun. Thank you, kid.
Yep.
Here's your star. You're a fucking star in my program.
Mm-hmm. I agree.
Alright, if forced into this reading Rangers, what piece of classic literature would you choose? Because, you know, he kind of forces, like, the old school books. He doesn't let kids read the newfangled mystery books that these kids are reading. Personally, I'd like to read some Jules Verne and H.G. Wells. Like, I like old school sci-fi.
I'm trying to think, because I feel like I slept on, like, some of the classic... I'd kind of want to...
Sam, you get Anne of Green Gables?
No.
So we can finally figure out what the fuck that book's about.
I've seen bits of, like, the Netflix adaptation. Is that close enough?
Yeah, sure, why not?
I'd kind of want to see, like, a Jane Austen, maybe.
Okay,
or one of the
read
Bronte
Jane Austen.
sisters.
Okay.
Like, it has to be a classic?
Like, anything before 1950s, I feel like.
I feel like it has to be something that Barnes & Noble has done one of those fancy book covers for.
Ooh, I'd read The Metamorphosis again.
Yeah, okay.
Picture Dorian Gray.
There you go, yeah.
I haven't read that many. I have read, like, pretty much all
No,
of them.
what would you? You don't have to have read it. Just what would you read?
Like
I'll
you
do
could...
Kafka.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
I'd read Moby Dick. That was one of the first classic lits I read. And it didn't make sense when I was a kid, and it makes more sense now.
I'd kind of want to try Shakespeare.
Eh.
Just for the sake of it's one of those, like, I only read, like, Romeo and Juliet.
Yeah, same.
And people reference it now, and I'm like, I'm too stupid for this. I'm sorry.
I read all the Shakespeare's. They fucking suck.
Yeah.
Let me just tell you, that guy does not know English.
Do you know iambic pentameter?
No. What?
Then you would know Shakespeare if you knew iambic pentameter.
I've read
All of
Macbeth.
his stuff is in fucking...
Sam, give him a break. All he's ever watched is 10 Things I Hate About You, Strange Magic, and
13 Reasons Why.
What was it?
13 Reasons Why.
13 Reasons Why. Wait,
What is that based off of? What Shakespeare?
The one where he fucking kills himself and cries in a corner. Weiss, do you have any classic literature you'd like to read?
I'd try Macbeth.
You try Macbeth?
Yeah, I mean, I've already know. It's been done in every cartoon and every series, like, over and over again. I just want to be like, I just want to read it.
You want to know the literature that's based.
Yeah.
Okay, that's fair. Alrighty, and since Lucy is kind of like, whatever, I'm going to read Frankenstein and then gets forced to read these other ones. Is there any books you would maybe recommend to Lucy? I'd say Harriet the Spy, as she likes to spy on people. And maybe Sherlock Holmes, as she wanted to read the mystery books her friends were reading.
Yeah.
Yeah. And there's Murder. Mm-hmm. Or she could also go with, what's the woman writer who did Murder on the Orient Express?
Agatha Christie.
Agatha Christie, yeah. Give her that, you know? Give her some... She wants mystery, she wants murder? Here you go, kid. You want monsters? Yeah, I mean, I would personally read Dracula over Frankenstein.
Yeah, I was thinking Dracula would be a good one.
Strange Case of Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde. That's a good short one.
Mm-hmm.
I'm trying to think of, like, what else.
Give her some H.P. Lovecraft.
No, don't give her those. Those are... I thought the Lovecraft racism thing was just, like, in his personal life, but there's some pretty racist things.
No, it's in the writing. It's in the writing.
Give her some Stephen King.
That's not classic literature.
That's not classic?
No.
Well, you didn't say classic, you just said suggest.
Yes, because... No, I said, what classic books would you recommend to Lucy?
Part of me almost goes, like, Greek...
Can't see me.
Part of me would almost want to try, like, Greek mythology if she wants creatures, monsters, that kind of stuff. Because there's...
The Iliad.
Odyssey and shit, yeah. Iliad's not that much.
I'd do more the Odyssey than the Iliad.
Yeah.
Let's say which one. Yeah,
because the Iliad's a war one.
Yeah, that one's about the
The Odyssey is where they
with Medusa and all that.
Medusa's not in the Odyssey.
Am I confusing?
That's a different mythology.
Has, like,
that's a different kind of Greek mythology.
Okay,
hold up.
The Odyssey has Cyclops, has Hades, like a trip to Hades.
Has a witch that turns people into pigs.
Yeah. Has that moment where he kills all the suitors with one foul swoop.
I'm thinking of freaking War.
You're thinking of Perseus. You're thinking Clash of the Titans.
Thank you. Exactly what I'm thinking.
You're thinking of Percy Jackson.
But dude, Clash of Titans, that shit's tight.
Yeah, it is.
That shit is tight, man.
Sure.
Okay. And, do you feel bad for Mr. Mormon? I mean, he didn't kill anybody,
He did chase after a little girl trying to kill her.
He did, but I mean, he was just trying to protect himself.
Was he trying to protect, or was he...
Yes, because he couldn't let her know his secret. I mean, she clearly has a big mouth.
It's true.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I feel bad, because, like, if she wouldn't have fucking, like, tried to expose him, he wouldn't try to kill her.
If she had just, like, forgotten about it after that day, nothing would have happened.
Yeah.
Oh, wait, did he just, like, let her go?
No,
The
first day he didn't even realize someone there.
Mm-hmm.
And she just ran out. And then the doors were locked.
But yeah, I feel bad for him, because he wasn't, like, trying to eat her or do anything malicious.
Yeah, until the end.
Yeah. Well, and again, at that point, it was the saving your own skin, like, in too deep kind of energy, not...
Ding, 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 ding. 'Cause I'm in too deep.
And I'm trying to keep up above my head instead of getting eaten.
Alright, guys. So, do you want to know what inspired R.L. Stine for the story?
The Bright Boy Who Cried Wolf.
Yeah, that's all I got.
Oh.
That's all I got. Yeah, that's all it is. Fucking, this is literally just the fucking
It's
fable of the boy who
hilarious.
cried wolf. That's it. There's like nothing else that I could really find.
I genuinely think that it started with him just saying, "Boy Who Cried Wolf, Boy Who Cried Monster." Fuck it, I'm gonna write something about
I'm gonna
that.
make it a girl because the last book. Because the last
'Cause
book
it was
had
a
girls,
boy
so
who
time to
cried
make it a girl
monster.
book again.
Oh yeah, it says Girl Who Cried Monster, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So
The next book is a boy protagonist. So back to being manly time.
Alright.
I kind of noticed it's like 2 books girls, 2 books boys. It's just something I realized. Yeah.
do you think he gets a ghostwriter just for the girls? Because
No,
he doesn't understand.
because I know for sure he wrote Haunted Mask, and that's the girl.
Yeah.
So there we go. And what's good? The first 2 books are definitely written by him, and they're both girl protagonists. I feel like he chose girls for first ones because one thing you may notice with Fear Street is it's mainly female protagonists with that one. It's because female readers tend to be more girls, as we've pointed out with 2 people on the couch over there who don't read much.
I read when I was little.
Yeah,
Yeah, same.
I thought you didn't like to read when you were little.
I didn't, but I still read because I had to.
There's a difference between enjoying it and not, though.
True.
Because you had to.
I did enjoy it in middle school.
That's fair. That's fair.
But then after that, I was done.
Alright, guys. Time to rename this book.
Alright.
Alrighty. So the title I'm renaming this one is The Monster in the Library.
Ooh.
So just based on when we were talking about gaslighting, I went gaslight, gatekeep, ghoul boss.
That's good. That might win the poll, honestly.
Oh, that's a good one. Dang. How do I follow that one up?
I would say what I've been saying this whole time: stranger danger.
Stranger danger.
He's not a stranger.
I mean, he's
He's not...
older. Man, I don't know.
Stranger danger is like the guy that's randomly like at... You go to Walmart, the guy that you've never seen before comes up and is like, "Hey, little kid, want to see my dog in the car?"
That's true.
And that's when you go, "You shouldn't have your dog in the car. It's 125 degrees in there and your dog's dying right now. Go fuck yourself."
Sam is correct. A person who one does not know or with whom one is not familiar with, or a person who does not know or is not known in a particular place or community. He's the librarian. He's known in the community.
I worked for child safety. I know what a fucking stranger is.
I don't know.
The librarian didn't have stranger danger, so he has one. And Noelia?
Oh, I thought it was at a school, so I said the school librarian.
The ghoul librarian.
How about the
I
ghoul
like it.
librarian? The ghoul librarian.
No, that's what she said.
Oh,
Oh, I like that
You
one.
can keep it.
See that one.
Huh?
Yeah, another one.
Oh, the other one was check out those fangs, because
Oh,
checking out
that was the better one.
That
We're
was the
going to
better
check
one.
out those fangs. Reese, do you have one?
Yeah, I was thinking, don't judge a book by its monster.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've got
Bravo.
some competition here with
Yeah, finally some competition instead of ice truckers and whatever the other one, Brad.
Ice Road Truckers, please get on
Oh,
that.
I'm sorry, Ice Road Truckers and Black Swan. By the way, when we did this last with the poll, me and Sam tied with our titles of what's called the Vanity and the Vanity and whatever I said. So hey, we
People
tied.
didn't like Ice Road Truckers for
No
the
one
one
voted.
about the monkey?
No one voted for those. It wasn't even the one with the monkey.
Which one was
It was for the fucking mirror on the wall.
Oh, yeah.
Alrighty, so we'll put up that poll and we'll see who wins next time. Or whenever we get a chance. It'll probably be when we do Welcome to Camp Nightmare. We'll find out who wins this poll. One day poll. Alrighty, guys. Time for my book report and Sam's book report. Sam, I've been talking enough. You go ahead and do your book report.
So
Okay.
this is actually, it gets off to a, it's pretty fast, hold on, let me just
Yeah, go ahead and
restart.
restart.
It's a pretty fast-paced book. all things considered, because usually sometimes it takes their time where you don't see the monster until, like, chapter 10,
Yeah, like
12.
fucking Mr. Wood doesn't appear until like chapter 15.
At least as a monster. Like, he's just a fucking dummy the whole time.
Oh.
And then
Shoves his hand up his ass and is like, "Who's the dummy?
he went, I had to.
It's a very specific sound.
Thinking of like Chris O'Neill's ice cream.
Which is much more disturbing than anything.
Back up, Trey, Sam.
But anyways, so I appreciate that. If it just kind of gets it out of the way, and it's not the fact of the monster. The first monster reveal isn't the big reveal.
Yeah.
It's the second one that, if I didn't already know this, would have caught me by surprise in, like, a great way.
Yeah.
And I think the build-up's really good, because, yeah, as Chris noted, there are little, like, hints of it here and there.
Yeah, there's like a little foreshadowing sprinkled throughout.
Sprinkled in, just
Little season.
little salt bay in there. Just
Little Solvay.
But overall, I'd say it's a really solid book overall. I give it 4.5 out of 5. I'm not sure what.
Okay. This is my second time reading this one as an adult, and this time around, I think I liked it a lot more than I did before. I really started to notice all the foreshadowing of them being monsters with how the parents are described and how they interact with each other. The one glaring flaw with this book is Mr. Mortman. Now, don't get me wrong, I love Mortman, but I feel he's not that scary until close to the end when he's chasing Lucy. Like, my man just wants to eat bugs and shit in peace, you know? Like, I feel if Scholastic had let R.L. have his way with him being a child eater, it would have been a stronger book. Let the man eat kids.
Let the man eat cake.
Let them eat. Yeah.
Let them eat kids. But at the end of the day, I do like this one. The scary moments build up well. I like Lucy as a protagonist. Like, she's fucking, no one believes her, and I love it because it's like, this is what you reap what you sow, bitch. But yeah, I give The Girl Who Cried Monster 4 jars of flies out of 5.
Oh.
Alright.
Yep. And that's this week's episode.
But I think I want to say one thing. I did enjoy the makeup that Morgan
TV
had
episode,
on
yeah.
the TV episode.
Oh yeah,
that was actually kind of...
Honestly, I give the TV episode a 5 out of 5. I think it's one of the best adaptations.
Yeah, it was. I actually really liked how gross and creepy he looked.
It was pretty darn gross.
Yeah.
I also love how the kid is played off, and they're like, "You can't tell anyone." She's like, "I know, Mom."
Yeah.
Like the way of just like, "You've told us this 1,000,000 times before."
Right.
Which it's different than in the book, but in a good way.
Yeah.
And also, it just works better on film versus the medium is different. So
Yeah.
So, I know it's surprisingly. I mean, if you guys recall from my chapter synopses, I mixed a lot of chapters together as like one section because there's not a whole lot that goes on in this book, but there's some good descriptions that happen and stuff like that. But it's like there's a lot of shit that I don't need to bring up.
Yeah.
So it is a very quick read and a very quick watch as well because it's like get that action in.
No, that makes sense.
All right. So next time around. It's Welcome to Camp Nightmare, the first of 4 camp books, and this one's a bomb diggity book.
Read at least one of those.
Well, it could be Camp Nightmare, Camp Jelly Jam, Ghost Camp,
Jelly Jam.
Jelly Jam's
Jelly
Jam's the best.
I'm pretty sure I read Cat Nightmare.
Yeah?
Yeah. Because I remember reading that during my after-school program.
Yeah? You remember the tennis championship?
Yeah, honestly.
That's like the worst part of the book, but it's like, after that, it's like, oh, this is back to being good.
Yeah, there's some parts I do remember because I was on and off with it because I wasn't able to take it home.
Mm-hmm.
So, I don't know. That one does sound familiar to me.
I also remember it from the Mr. Walrus.
Yep, yeah. No, that was Camp Jelly Jam.
Do not invoke his name. You do not say that name in this house.
He's dead, so it's okay. He's dead. And actually, there's also another thing we need to be doing. Weeze's birthday book, too.
Oh, yeah! Birthday's coming up. Well, Noelle's birthday's coming up, too.
Yep, well, we already have
Yours
that
is
one planned
first.
out. Yours is first. Noelia's I have a plan for, because I'm waiting until we get all the new mics, so that can sound amazing.
Alright.
I want that, because I did the story time of the, I want to marry your dad on that mic, and I'm like, oh, we need to do the full fucking read of the fan fiction with these and just these. So Noelia's might come out late, but it will still be a birthday present still, because it is going to sound way better once we get all these.
That's gonna be awesome.
Yeah, because, oh my god, it sounds so fucking good.
I have to pick my book.
Yep. So you can choose a short story, you can choose choose your own adventure,
Okay.
or whatever. Have at it.
Okay.
So, I mean, you don't have to decide right now, but you still have a little bit of time.
No, I must think.
Yeah, you have at least 2 weeks. You have at least a week.
No, it's something totally different.
All right. Well,
Indian in the cupboard, choose your own adventure.
I could find a native choose your own adventure style book.
See, all I can think of is that like when he accidentally kills the one.
Oh yeah.
And Brandon's like, let's just keep going back and forth. The dad just keeps killing this poor little plastic man over and over and over again.
Alright, well, thank you for joining us, guys, on Drunken Book Club, an official, unofficial Goosebumps podcast. If you'd like to follow us anywhere, follow us at DBC_pod on Twitter. You can follow us on our Patreon at patreon.com/drunkenbookclub. Let's give a shout out to our 2 patrons, Trey and Weeze. And as a patron, you do get these episodes up early. You get bonus episodes every week, except for last week because Sam took a vacation. And I was like, fuck it, I want to take a vacation too from doing that bonus content. Yeah. But I did at least release the, what's it called? The not Splash Mountain, the Song of the South episode, like 3 weeks early. So you get Disney Movie Muses up early as well. So enjoy that as well. Yay. But yeah, good times there. Follow the link tree down below if you want to know where to follow us, where to see all our stuff. And that's this episode. Don't go crying about monsters now, Brandon.
I lied. I didn't actually eat a turtle. I'm sorry.
Yeah, we know.
We already knew you didn't crunch into a fucking taco turtle.
Like how you
turtle. How
like how you didn't read Shakespeare because you don't know what iambic pentameter is.
I read Shakespeare. That's not a lie.
Yeah, what'd you read, bitch? Count these toothpicks, bitch.
Macbeth.
Yeah, what happened?
I played the ghost when we were reading.
Good night, everyone.
Shape-shifting, gonna eat us up.